Hello and welcome to Online Appliance Tech. Today we want to show you how to replace the drain pump on the top load LG washer. So if you have an OE error code that displays right here, or your water is not draining out and your pump is making a noise or not making a noise at all, more than likely this video is for you. So the easiest way before you remove the pump is to use a shop vac. I got this at the Home Depot. I'm not being paid to promote their product, but it's a good vac. So yeah, just take the drain hose and turn it on, and then you can actually see the water start to siphon out, and then it'll go into the bucket. This way, once you remove the pump, you won't have water all over the place. So definitely recommend this one. So now we can see the water is all gone. So at this point, we can go ahead and remove the pump. So what happened with this one, actually it did not make a noise at all. The softener detergent actually leaked down the back and shorted out the wiring that goes into the pump. So you can disconnect the hose there to give you a little bit more of an angle to get it into the vac. And then you have four Phillips screws that you would have to remove. Definitely make sure you unplug it. We'll put the plug up here. Okay. So yeah, you have the 4 Phillips screws you'll just remove, and you can use a hand tool or a drill. It doesn't really matter. And then we'll just remove this panel. To remove this panel, you'll just pull up and slide out. Very simple. So in here on my right, here's the good flashlight. If you're interested, I'll leave this in the description below. So the wiring goes down across here, and the detergent softener, I guess, shorted it out. This is kind of rare, so the pump that I'm going to leave in the description below will actually be the one with the harness. They have 2 pumps, one with 2 different numbers at the end. I will also leave this information in the description below so you can kind of know which one you need. So right here is the screw. It's a 5/16 screw that we will have to remove the pump, and you may want to have your shop vac ready once you remove these hoses, just in case you have a little extra water or a towel. So you have a little clamp here, you just press and then just move it backwards on the hose itself, then you'll remove the hose. There we go. So this is why I like to use the shop vac too, to suck it out before I remove any hoses. And then vice versa, we'll do the same here. We'll use this clamp, press it in, and pull it back on the hose, and then pull the hose off. Let me give you a better angle. It's kind of dark, it's in the garage. So press it together, wiggle it back, and then we'll remove the hose. So yeah, if you have a crescent wrench, you can put your quarter bit and then put your 5/16 on there. That way you can have a little link to get it off, and then you'll turn it counterclockwise to remove the bolt. The new pump is actually a little different. You actually have to screw it in up underneath, the one which comes with the harness, and the other one with a different number at the end should be like this one you screw it at the top. So it depends if you need the harness or not. So this is one with the harness, so I will have to screw up underneath it to mount it to the housing for this one. For some reason they had this one zip tied. I don't know why. This is actually factory, so kind of weird. So I had to kind of custom the zip ties and wiggle it out. There we go. So this is the O1, and it is a little different than the one that comes with the harness. There's an extra screw laying there, so that's kind of weird too. It only took one to mount it. So right here is the part number. You can actually get this off the one you take off, and this is the one that's on the new one. So to mount this, you have to slide it in to the groove here. It actually clips in, and let me kind of give you a better angle. So here's the holes at the bottom where you have to screw up underneath. So we'll circle that, and then you'll press it in an up angle in this groove here, if you can see it. And now we'll slide it, we'll clip it in. Let me see if I can give you a better angle. Right there. So it's kind of tough because of all the liquid detergent. Kind of made it hard to see the hole. So hopefully here in a moment I can just show you a little bit better. So what I'm about to do, I'm about to tip this forward and put something underneath it. To be safe, it'd be better if you just had someone hold the washer for you, or get some type of block or something like that, a little bit more sturdy than a bucket. Don't try this. But this is how you come up underneath it to line it up. So you can see I'm going to place the pump in, and I'm going to click it in. It has like two grooves that slides in and clips in, and then I'm going to come underneath it and screw it up into the pump. So you'll definitely have to have a little bit of patience, but you'll see here how it works. So right here, I'm going to come up underneath it. I'm going to have me a magnetic bit, and then I will adjust the pump as I screw it up through the hole. So we'll line this pump up, and then we'll come underneath. On the other side of the pump, it actually clips into the housing itself, which is kind of hard to see in this video. But then you'll just snug it in. It's kind of like the other pump, but in other words, we're coming from the bottom, and the original pump we came from the top. So if you do get this from my website, just make sure to type your model number into the search bar to make sure it corresponds with your model. There we go. So it's nice and snugged, and that's how we need it. So now we'll first clean my hands up, they're a mess, and then we'll reconnect the hoses. I recommend getting better clamps. So these ones they put on here, I don't really trust them. I actually put zip ties around it also, just in case. Here's some clamps that I would recommend. Let me give you a picture. Yeah, so you can put these on if you want, but definitely I just don't feel comfortable with them, so you can use them for now, I guess. And then you'll align the harness. If you get the one with the harness, kind of make it where you can connect it back to the lower housing. So it'll come through here, and then you'll connect it, then cover it back up with this plastic. You might not need the one with the harness, but if you do, this is the one that I have. It was actually hard to figure out, or hard to find with the harness. So then you'll clip that back into the bottom housing. So let's go ahead and put the washer back down. Oh, we gotta put this hose on first. So make sure when you put this hose on, it goes at an angle where it's not a lot of awkward stress on the hose, where it can pop off easy. But if you do get the other clamps that I recommend, you won't have that problem either or. So here I'm just going to go ahead and put this original clamp on. Make sure you press the hose all the way down to the back end of the pump, and then just slide the clamp down and make sure it's nice and snugged. I'm going to actually zip tie this one to the other harnesses, just because I can't really see the connectors or where this wire and harness would clip into the lower housing because of all the gooey detergent. So I'll just zip tie it. So if you did remove the drain hose, make sure you clip that back on to the housing of the the washer. Okay, before you do the last test, make sure your clamps are on correctly, and then what I recommend, I would say, is to run a test cycle with the flashlight to make sure you have no leaks before you put the back on. So just plug it in. I'm going to put this in diagnostic mode, but you can actually just press normal cycle, just make sure the water doesn't leak out. Let me wipe this down. It's actually a nice machine. And great, so you can press the power in the solid and spin, I believe, at the same time. So power in these two buttons, so power in these two, and then you're in diagnostic mode, and then you can do the test. check the back, make sure it's not dripping out the hoses. If so, you have to get the water out and reconnect, but I recommend just these clamps is the safest. And yeah, I hope this video was helpful, and please like and subscribe for more future tips and videos. Also, to get out of this diagnostic mode, just press the power button. And here's a link to another video for more in-depth diagnosis for the diagnostic mode, I would say, for the LG washer. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.